Skaters from across the Army, Navy and the RAF took over this Poole Park for the force's fourth unofficial skateboarding competition. It's loud, fast, creative and a little rebellious, and it's a scene that's getting bigger every year. Skateboarding was born in 1950s California when surfers stuck wheels on their boards. But it's always been about more than just tricks. It's a culture built on freedom, self-expression and just doing things your own way.
So I'm 51 years old at the moment. I've been skateboarding since I was about 10 years old. I was in the Army in the 90s. Skateboarding was pretty much not really, it was frowned upon sadly, especially with the military side of things. I was quite fortunate in the fact that when I went over to Germany, my first posting, my troop OC, my troop boss, he was a 70s skateboarder, and we were outside of wartime, so I was quite fortunate in the fact that I was allowed to go and play skateboarding instead of doing army things.
Skateboarding has now hit the mainstream, and the X Games in particular significantly boosted its image. And the sport made its biggest jump yet when it made its first Olympic appearance at the 2020 Games in Tokyo. It went down so well on the sport's biggest stage that skateboarding is now preparing to return to its ancestral home when the Games return to LA in 2028. But skateboarding is not yet categorised as a sport in the UK Armed Forces, and that is what these skaters from the Army, Navy and the RAF want to change.
We've now started liaising with the Army Sports Board, and obviously they've started looking at us and said there's certain parameters we need to follow. One, we're not targeting because this is not an order, we are not being ordered to do these things yet, so this is all done on goodwill, which is fantastic to see people doing that, but we are hoping that eventually that will come where we will get the funding as well as the support from the Army Sports Board to make it official.
But what is in it for service personnel? Is there really a need for sports like skateboarding in the armed forces?
Well, it's a lot of fun. Obviously the competitive element and brings people together to come and do this really, really fun sport. Personally, it teaches you resilience. You have to face quite a lot of fear, and also, to prove yourself to be better time and time again, it takes quite a lot of dedication. And I think fundamentally that aligns with what we need in our sailors in the military.
Skateboarding appeals to people of all ages and backgrounds, from young serving personnel looking to win trophies to more experienced skaters looking to stay fit. Well, congratulations, you are the 2025 Inter-Services Unofficial Champion. How do you feel?
Pretty happy with it, a bit sore. Took a couple of slams, but yeah, buzzing about it.
And like you say, you took a few hits today. How do you get back up and keep going?
Just the people watching, the noise, it's good fun, and just sort of want to get the trick done, want to get it done, yeah.
As these skaters continue to push for official recognition across the UK Armed Forces, one thing that is for certain is skateboarding's rapid rise as a mainstream sport seems unstoppable. Craig Tilley, BFBS Forces News, Poole.